Motorcoaches Rolling for Awareness will create an 8-mile bus line around the Capitol and White House on Wednesday.
Timmy's Tours Management Board took off in a bus this morning about 6 o'clock. Motor coach operators seeking to remind members of Congress and the Trump administration their industry needs federal help.
It's another industry hurting during the coronavirus pandemic, but bus companies are hoping to have their concerns finally heard. They're hoping for that to happen this week.
Motor coaches from all across the country, including Alabama, Houston, Iowa, New Mexico, and even here at home in the Tampa Bay area, are headed to Washington, D.C.
When you look, no weddings, no conventions, no hotel guests, no travelers, and that's meant thousands of commercial buses across the country are sitting idle.
Is representing the state of Arkansas roll out of Little Rock this morning and are now heading to a large rally in Washington, D.C.
Many of those buses are operated by small family-run firms just trying to survive.
We were completely decimated overnight. I think what bothers me the most is it's my grandparents' money and my father's.
His family has been in the transportation industry for 3 generations.
Jennifer Munoz joins us with how one sector of that industry says they are being left out in the cold when it comes to federal money. So they're heading straight to Congress for help. Good morning.
My mother started this business in 1985.
We provide transportation when FEMA needs help, when airlines break down, when Amtrak breaks down, and we missed any funding like those industries received.
This was the scene this morning in front of the state capitol. Their goal is to bring national attention to the industry. The rally is called Rolling for Awareness. 1,000 motor coaches representing all 50 states are expected to roll into D.C. this week. About 3,000 companies are out of business right now, impacting 100,000 people.
Bus and limousine companies from Illinois, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Indiana meeting in Rosemont, where they're starting their journey to Washington. They did it this afternoon, and they'll be part of 400-plus buses headed to the Capitol from all over the country. And we're asking Washington for help.
Coronavirus has caused mass layoffs and furloughed a large percentage of the motor coach industry.
Rail, airlines, ferry service, Federal Transit Administration, everyone received automatic dedicated funding from the federal government. The motor coach industry, the over-the-road motor coach industry, did not receive anything.
We already have significant loan obligations. We can't borrow our way out of this one.
When the coronavirus hit, trips with Good Time Tours in Pensacola completely stopped.
Nobody's traveling. No buses are not moving. For the last 2 months, our buses have been sitting idle.
Busing companies from all across Minnesota are on their way to our nation's capital today.
It was just a quick drive past the Capitol, and then it was on to the big one, the nation's capital. They're making a stop in Chicago as well. Their goal is to raise awareness, letting people know that the charter bus industry is hurting right now.
And the goal, we are asking for grants of $10 billion and loans of $5 billion to help keep this industry alive.
About 20 Minnesota charter bus companies are rolling for awareness. Rick says it was a tough decision for them to make the trip because they're spending precious dollars, but they said that they know that it will be worth it to get out there and let people know. Now,
while federal funding is helping out airlines and rail companies, local bus companies say they are left out. That's why a group of Hawkeye stage drivers from Decorah are joining hundreds of other charter companies for a rolling rally in Washington, D.C.
The first 3 acts that they've done so far have provided relief for the airlines, the cruises, Amtrak, but the motor coach industry has not received a dime.